guys, welcome if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back. My name is Lauren J, and today we are doing a haul and a try-on of some new e.l.f. products. Some of them are new, and some of them are just new to me. So let's get into the haul portion, and then after that we will get into the try-on portion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just keep watching. Okay, so I just got my package in the mail today. Actually, it came by delivery today. So I did make an order on January 1st. Yes, I started the year off with an order from e.l.f. of makeup. So this is my order. I picked up some pieces from the Mint to collection and some other pieces that I wanted to try, some other products that I wanted to try. So the first thing I saw is one of their new complexion products, well, skincare products. This is the Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. I currently use the Holy Hydration, no, I was using the Holy Hydration Cream, the face cream. I recently ran out of that and I'm using something else right now, but I did like that. That's a $12 product, which is nice for a face cream. So this is a new addition to the Holy Hydration line. They also introduced a new eye cream and some face washes and cleansers and other things like that. So this is a balm. I love a good cleansing balm. It smells fine. Comes with a little dipper. These are very handy for using with balms. That's some skincare. I also got this for free. This was a gift with purchase, and it's a little frozen because it's been traveling for the last week or so. But this is the Hydrating Water Essence, a lightweight water-based lotion that hydrates for glowing, healthy-looking skin. And it's with purified water, coconut water, and algae. So I figured a nice essence for free. It's quite a bit of product. Can't go wrong. Camo Cc Cream. This is their new product that is supposed to be like the Cc Cream, I guess, or it's heavily mimicking the design of it anyway. I got this in light 210. It is what is on my face right now, light 210 neutral. It is supposed to match my regular foundation. Doesn't look bad. It's probably a little bit deep for me, but that's okay. It's all right. I'm not putting on a ton. I did put it on with a sponge. So it also has SPF 30, so I like that. This is the thing it came. e.l.f. always uses so much packaging. I kind of get it because they're off the shelf and they don't want people fiddling with things and testing them, but also it's just so much packaging. I also got I picked up, it was in this, I picked up one of the lip glosses from the Retro Paradise collection. This is in Electric Lemonade. It's the blue one. Pretty packaging. Again, a little bit too much for what e.l.f. needs, but it's one of their special collections. So I've been wanting a blue lip gloss. I recently just bought another one because I think I forgot I bought this one because it's been taking so long to get to me. I also have the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine. This is in Delightful, and it's got this little heart on the inside, and this is their regular like hanging packaging, so I like that a little bit better. It's still sealed, so that's nice. I believe I saw Emily Noel talk about this one as like a nice mauve-y shade, and I've been into mauves lately, so I wanted to try this one, and it's cute, and yeah. And then I did pick up some pieces from the new Mintmelt collection. So I did get and you will see these in the box in the other part of the video, but this is the 3-pack of the brush set. So there were 3 brushes, which I have clearly already used. And these are the standard e.l.f. brushes. They're just painted green. They still have the wooden handles and the metal ferrules. I mean, the e.l.f. quality. This is, what was this? $10? I don't even remember. But yeah, I always like to pick up a couple of brushes from the new collections from e.l.f. just because they're kind of not necessarily any better quality, but it just kind of adds some color and some fun to my brush collection and lets me tell different brushes apart and whether or not I've used them or not. So this is the set. A Mintmelt Plumping Lip Gloss, or Lip Plumping Gloss. This is in the color Mint Chocolate. It's got the nice little mint top on it. I've already opened it up. You'll see that later in the video. It again had the little hangy thing right there. But this is the lighter of the two brown shades. It's got the flat paddle there. It's what I have on my lips right now. It does have a cooling effect, which is the plumping. So I talk a little bit more about that later. That is mint chocolate. So there are 4 glosses in this collection. There's 2 sparkly ones and 2 brown ones. And then I did get the Mint to Be eyeshadow quad. This is one of 2, and I also talk about that, but this is the all green one. I have just used it for the first time. It is what is on my eyes today. And it is nice and minty. You've got 2 shimmers and 2 mattes, which is nice for a little quad. It is the same size as the bite-size quads. Again, I compare these sizes and everything further on in the video, but this is a $4 quad. And I like the look that I got out of it for a $4 quad. So that is everything I picked up from e.l.f. on the first of the year, and we will get into the tutorial right now. Well, hey there. I'm kind of feeling like I'm just not meant to film today because my mouth doesn't work and my brain doesn't work and nothing wants to cooperate, so we'll just get into this. So we're going to start off with my bare face, and we're going to try to do a mostly full face of e.l.f. cosmetics today. I just got an order in from e.l.f. right here. I'm also going to be using some items from the e.l.f. Advent calendar that I have on my channel from last month. So yeah, let's get this going. I have already done my brows. This is the Colourpop Brow Gel, and I'm going to do a little bit of lip exfoliation with the Sweet Cherry Lip Exfoliator. You can see there's lots of like little sugar crystals in there. And then I will wipe that off later. The crystals actually kind of melt down a little bit, so it's not that bad, but just need a little bit of moisture and some exfoliation. All right, so next we're gonna go into the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I got this in the e.l.f. 24-day Advent calendar. You can see I've been using it a ton, and I really am liking it. It's a nice silicone primer. This is the poreless one, so it's the one that's sort of meant to blur and sit on top. It's not the luminous and it's not the matte. But I do like the consistency and the way that it feels underneath my makeup. We are going to go in with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is the one in the color Creme. And then I take one of these brushes that just kind of looks like the tip of your finger, and I put it in there, and I go in just real lightly on the eyes, just enough to get rid of some of the discoloration and be tacky enough to grab the shadow, because I'm not going to set my primer. You can use this with your finger. I have a little bit of a hard time with the consistency of this, doing that. I don't know whether it's just because it's winter and this is much more solid, but it's not at all like, it's not melty like the putty primer for the face. It's a lot harder, a lot more stiff, in the pan, so I tend to use a brush. If you use your finger, it takes a little bit more work for me. So plus I'm just cold all the time, so there's nothing, my hands aren't warming anything up right now. But I always do my eyes first, so we are going to start off with that. So I have two new items that I want to use from my recent e.l.f. haul that just came in today. So I have the Mintmelt brush set. There are 3 brushes in here. There is an all-over shadow brush, an eye contour brush, and a blending brush. They're just their regular brushes with the minty handles. And then I also got the Mintmelt eyeshadow in Mint to Be. And this is the one with all of the minty colors. There is another one that has a couple of, or maybe it's 3 brown shades. So I just picked up this one. This is the same size as the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. This is the one in Rose Water, as you can see. These ones are $3. These ones are $4, I guess, because green packaging costs $1 more. And we have 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. So I'm pretty excited to use these because I am really into minty looks right now. And so we're gonna open up the brushes. And these are, I think, wooden handles. So this is the blending brush. This is the eyeshadow brush. They're all eyeshadow brushes. And this is the eye contour brush. Okay. So I'm guessing this is the all-over shader. It's something, I don't know, I would use it for under the eye, but that's just me. And just for comparison, this is the brush that I picked up in the advent calendar. So this is the, pretty much, this is a little bit shorter, as you can see, but it's basically the same all over blending brush. All right, so we are gonna start with this contouring. I'm gonna start with this little contouring brush and go into the deepest shade here. And use that on the outer V. So this is the first time I have dipped into these. I have not swatched them. Hopefully I will in the intro to this video or in the outro. That's nice. And I'm trying to place my shadow rather than scrub it back and forth. Because I'm older and I have looser skin on my lids. And just doing that all the time isn't necessarily doing anything for me. It's just creating more folds. Detecting a little bit of shininess to this, like maybe a little bit of satininess to it, but it could also just be the box lights that I'm using. So I don't want to go too deep, so we will go with that for the outer corner, the outer V. I'll go in with the matte towards the inner part of the lid, and I guess I'll use this all over shader brush on the inner part. Not the inner corner, but just the inner part of the lid, but not quite to the center. And again, I'm just patting. It's definitely nice. It's a nice green minty color. To me, it's not as pigmented as like the mint color from the from the Colourpop The Child palette, the Mandalorian palette. That's got a really nice minty green in it that really pops. This is a lot more subtle, but again, it is a matte, so. Then we're gonna go into the deeper shimmer shade right here on the end, again with the same brush. And I'm gonna go on the outer edge here, over that deeper mint shade on the V. I'm not loving that, but I'll take a finger. Let's see. See, it's not super foily or anything. But that looks better. I just want that little punch of green on the outside. That's definitely better. So yeah, definitely either don't use that brush or use a finger. All right, so I think then I'm gonna go in with this one. Now, this one looks very silvery online. In the pan in real life, it's hard to tell. There's sort of like, is it a white, is it a green? Yeah, it's more of just like a topper iridescent. Put that in the inner corner. It kind of just looks like a lighter version of this one, which is a little disappointing because, I mean, I see there's definitely a nice green shift to it, which is great, but I was kind of hoping for a nice silver metallic because I love mints and silvers together. So mints and grays, pastels and grays, pastels and silvers. So that's just a little bit disappointing, but it's a pretty shade. It's a nice topper shade, I guess. Nice for the inner corner. And you can see right there. Now I have the Camo Cc Cream. This is their new CC Cream. It's supposed to be the It dupe. I never used that, so I really couldn't tell you. But I decided to pick this up. So this is in Light 210N. This supposedly matches a foundation that I already wear. It looks a little dark in the tube, but hopefully it works. I have this sponge that used to be white. This is the Marshmallow Sponge from e.l.f. It's one of their holiday sponges. I love the e.l.f. sponges. So you can see I've been using it, but it's nice and wet. So we're going to, there's a brush you can buy for this that I guess they recommend using, but I always use a sponge. So we're just going to do that. And there is a pump, which is great. This has SPF 30, which is awesome, even though it's like 5:30 at night and I'm not going anywhere. So, but we will get this primed and ready to go. Looks like. And if it's too dark, hopefully it just shears out a bit. It's definitely a bit peachy. And I'm not really looking for full coverage. I'm just kind of looking for something easy to wear. So hopefully that's this. I won't know today because I'll be washing it off in a few hours, but hopefully I'll see how it dries down and how it works with other products. Did add a little bit of color to my face, which is fine. I'm going to go in next with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the lightest shade Beige Fair. I think it's the lightest shade. I usually get the lightest shade, but it could be. I've been trying to go a little bit deeper with my concealer, but habits are hard to break. I'm going to set this with some non-e.l.f. powder. And now I'm going to go in, I think, on the underside of my eye, and I'm going to do a little bit of this and then a little bit of the deepest shade on a little bit of the shimmer shade. And I'm just going to use this brush again. Just connect up the line. This one, same brush. Just real lightly. So I have a couple of minty-ish options for liner on my waterline. I have the two e.l.f. These are not e.l.f. I have the two Colourpop cream gel liners, this one in Icebreaker and this one in Big Splash. I think I'm gonna go with Icebreaker. It's a little bit more green and it does match the theme a little bit more. That is, again, Icebreaker from Colourpop. And then we're gonna go in with some mascara. This is the Flower Beauty mascara. So I do not have a blush and highlight from e.l.f. So I think I'm gonna try to use a couple of shades from this Bite Size Rosewater eyeshadow. I am going to take the matte shade in here, this little light mauve-y thing, and I'm just gonna do a little bit. I don't know if I quite pulled it off, but it's there. And I'm gonna go into this shade for a little bit of highlight. Little bit of highlight. All right, so I kind of got a glowy blush slash eyeshadow thing going on, but it doesn't look too bad. So we'll just go with it. And let's see. I have a couple of three new lip products actually. So what do I want to use? I have the Retro Paradise in Electric Lemonade. I have the Hydrating Core Lip Shine in Delightful, and the Mintmelt Plumping Lip Gloss in Mint Chocolate. I think I'll go with the Mint Chocolate for right now. I like a good brown lip gloss. There are two brown shades in this range. The other one is a little bit deeper. And it just has the flat paddle. It smells like mint. Taking a little while, but I do feel the cooling. So the peppermintiness that's supposed to be plumping, it's growing. It's growing. It's getting there. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's as cooling as like the Buxom glosses. A little bit more pepperier. Yeah, so we're gonna go with pepperier. Okay, so I'm gonna take a bit of the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, also from the e.l.f. Advent Calendar. Okay, so here is the finished look with my wet, messy hair, but There we are. This is the e.l.f. Mintmelt palette in Mint to Be, and the trio of brushes, the Mintmelt Lip Plumping Gloss in Mint Chocolate, the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream, and a host of other e.l.f. products that I've picked up recently within the last month or so. So I think it's cute. It looks very punchy in this light. I can tell when I go into another room and look at it in a different light, colors aren't quite as punchy as like a Colourpop or even my my indie brands, something like Nomad Cosmetics or something like that. It's nice. It's a nice little quad for $4. It's a nice little quad for $4. The shimmers are a little bit okay. So I like the green. Well, they're all green. Silly. I like this shimmer, I think, more than I like this one, just because this one seems to be punchier and hits the light better. This one definitely has a kind of duochrominess to it, but again, I was hoping for more of a silver to have that sort of contrast. So let me give you some swatches of all four of these. So there is the first shade. The second matte shade. Build that up a little bit. And then the lighter shimmer shade, which again, these both almost feel like toppers to me just because they're not super, it doesn't look like there's much of a base to them, but this one does have a nice green flip. And then the last one, and these are definitely flakier. But I do like the green in this one just a little bit more, like it's almost a goldiness to it. There are the four shades of the Mint to Be. Again, same size as the bite-size quads. So again, you're just paying $1 more for the packaging pretty much. Yeah, I think I'm probably the most impressed with that bottom minty deep shade. It's got a nice pigmentation to it, which is, I like that. I do like that. And again, so I think this one and this one are my favorites, just because I have shades like this and I have better shades than this. But again, it's a $4 quad. So all right, guys, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.